1989. Tim Burton, the master of grim and gothic filmmaking, was given the arduous task of bringing The Dark Knight to the big screen, something that hadn't been done since Adam West retired the cowl 20 years earlier. The film was a success among fans and critics. The gritty reimagining that had fascinated comic fans before translated well to film. A sequel was inevitable. 1992. The sequel is made, and with the goth kid we all knew in high school still at the helm, Burton doubled down on the grim and dark, showing more of his own personal touches, and including not just one, but two societal outcasts with animal obsessions, and an exploration into their tragic and lonely lives. The story goes, however, that Warner Brothers bigwigs weren't too happy about how dark the movies were becoming, so Burton, and any plans he would have had for a third movie, disappeared into the night. 1995. Another Batman movie is planned to be made, but without Burton, they needed a replacement. And who better to replace the lord of 90s dark surrealism than Joel Schumacher? So I've been thinking about this movie a lot lately, and when it comes to, quote, bad Batman movies, I feel like Batman and Robin gets too much of the attention. What about Batman Forever? Is it not as notorious because it wasn't that bad after all? Or is it because, compared to its sequel, this movie's fucking Citizen Kane? I remember it being bad as a kid, but I don't know. Guess we'll never know until we finally watch the damn thing. We start off with the classic Batman suit up. The music is all epic. The Batmobile is getting ready for a night of crime fighting. Then,
can I persuade you to take a sandwich with you, sir?
I'll get drive-through.
The first line in this movie, and it's a joke. Way to set the tone. So Two-Face is up to some crazy antics at the Bank of Gotham.
Luck! Blind, stupid, simple, doodah, clueless luck!
He's certainly a jolly man. Batman swoops in, and yeah, already I have problems. Like, why are there so many fucking lights everywhere? What is Nicole Kidman doing here? Why won't this hostage shut the fuck up?
Oh no! Oh no! It's boiling acid! Don't let go! Hey! That's my hearing aid! My shoes are melting!
Does Two-Face take anything seriously? Why does Gotham have its own Statue of Liberty? Okay. Let's back up. One thing at a time. Nicole Kidman is a specialist in abnormal psychology, whatever the hell that is. Basically, Two-Face is mentally unstable, and she's here to study him and potentially help the police catch him. As for everything else I have questions about, let's just chalk them up to poor direction, a dumb sense of humor, and cocaine. Well, that's Batman Forever in a nutshell, right? Overall, it's an okay movie, but I feel like... yeah, the movie's over. What do you mean we're only 10 minutes in? Oh boy, the next scene we discover Batman's dark secret. He's actually just Val Kilmer in a rubber suit. At Wayne Enterprises, Kilmer checks up on the eggheads, the eggheadiest of them all being Jim Carrey. Who's got a crush on Kilmer? I mean, who didn't in the 90s, right? He's also got a wacky invention that he wants Kilmer to greenlight.
Beams any TV signal directly into the human brain. By stimulating neurons, manipulating brain waves, if you will. This device makes the audience feel like they're inside the show.
Despite the warning signs, Kilmer's actually on board, but for some reason, Carrey demands he okay the project immediately. Senpai says no, and we have the creation of our second villain, which is a pretty weak setup. I mean, he got his idol interested in his project. Why wasn't that good enough for... Nope, wait, hold that thought. Nicole Kidman lingerie. She's clearly got the hots for Batman, and wants it so bad she figured she would do him on the Bat Signal roof, I guess? She's supposed to be here as a psychology specialist, right? Has she bothered looking in the mirror?
Try fireman, less to take off.
This whole scene basically boils down to the two spouting one-liners.
Pity I can't see behind the mask.
We all wear masks.
My life's an open book. You read?
Well, the early bird gets the worm. Ah, Commissioner Gordon, here to cockblock Kidman just in time. Meanwhile, on the set of Ace Ventura, Carrey tests his newfangled TV device on his boss. Against his will, of course. But there's an unintended side effect of the thoughts and knowledge of that person being zapped straight into Carrey's brain, making him crazy.
Riddle me this, Fred. What is everything to someone and nothing to everyone else?
Oh, well, that's easy. A stamp collection.
You're mine, baby!
Yeah, I think I like my answer better. Crazy Carrey kills his boss and sets his sights on Bruce Wayne. This is Gotham, though, so his next step is, naturally, to come up with a silly costume. Where did all these Riddler paraphernalia come from if the Riddler doesn't exist yet? Bruce visits with Kidman to get insight on these new riddles he's been getting.
If you look at the numbers on my face, you won't find 13 anyplace.
Oh yeah, a keypad on an elevator.
The answer is a clock.
Yeah, sure, that works too. Basically, there's another crazy for Bruce Wayne to deal with. But in the meantime, he wants to check out this sweet Rorschach.
You have a thing for bats?
Well, that's a Rorschach, Mr. Wayne. An ink blot. People see what they want. I think the question would be, do you have a thing for bats?
Well, wait a second. What else could that be if not a frickin' bat? A car accident? A poorly made souffle? Oh, wait. You know what I see? A shitty ink blot. Bruce is, of course, still a ladies' man in this movie, and knows what really gets a lady going. A date to the circus. Nah, but really, circus in Gotham City is about the last thing I'd ever want to go to, even if this one does feature the Flying Graysons. The show gets usurped by Two-Face, because, duh, this is Gotham City, and he sets up a bomb in an attempt to draw out the true identity of Batman. Bruce scampers to fight off the goons while the Graysons attempt to disarm the bomb. Their son, Dick, manages to stop the bomb, but only to find his family dead by Two-Face's hands. Bruce takes Dick under his wing. Wing, because he's... Anyway, Bruce has taken to the kid because his current circumstance happens to remind him of his own tragic childhood.
Just like my parents. It's happening again. A monster comes out of the night, a scream, 2 shots.
Yeah, I don't know, Bruce. His family was better dressed. And, yeah, this movie also felt the need to remind us how Bruce's parents got killed. Man, these poor bastards get killed on screen more times than Sean Bean. We do get an interesting origin to Robin's name, though.
Is this a Robin?
My brother's wire broke once. I swung out and grabbed him. My father said I was his hero. I flew in like a robin.
Yeah, much cooler than it just being his legal name. We see Two-Face in his lair, and... Okay, really? This is just fucking ridiculous. I get it. Half of his face is messed up, he's a split personality, but you're telling me a crazed maniac who's done nothing but obsess over killing Batman not only bothered to decorate his room with 2 different styles of furniture, but also has 2 lady assistants, one played by Drew Barrymore, who cater to his split halves? This is a joke, right? Am I supposed to see this guy as a threat? I don't know. I think it's clever. It's providing a visually pleasing representation into Two-Face's psyche, you know, without spelling it out. Who the fuck are you? It'll make sense when the other guy shows up. Not spelling it out. They might as well be bashing you over the head with it. This is supposed to be home of a district attorney who had half of his face melted with acid, not some cartoon character. Oh, yeah, I see what's going on here. Look, my gripe is this movie in no way prepared the viewer for something this bizarre and campy. Well, besides Tommy Lee Jones's performance. Yeah, well, it's about to get worse.
I hope you made extra.
So the Riddler barges in and makes a deal with Two-Face to kill Batman. The 2 of them hamming it up like there's no goddamn tomorrow.
Kill the bat! Sounds like a good idea. But have you thought it through?
Wet hands. Post-homicidal depression.
Well, you could say the Riddler is appealing to Two-Face's demented side. You mean the only side we've seen in this movie? If he's supposed to be a man split in two halves, which half is the one that doesn't act like a lunatic? Maybe they just both do. Anyway, back at Wayne Manor, Bruce gets another riddle.
The 8 of us go forth, not back, to protect our king from the foe's attack.
Kangaroos. They can't walk backwards, you know?
Chess pawns.
It's a stretch, but okay, sure. I guess it could be chess pawns. While Bruce puts together the riddles, Carrey launches his new TV mind-stealing contraption to the public, and Dick shows off his laundry foo. He also uses his acrobatic prowess to break into the Batlair. And what does our young hero do with the Batcave at his disposal? He takes the Batmobile out for a joyride to pick up hookers. No, really.
Going for a little ride on my love machine, baby.
Hey ladies, my parents just died. This leads to a fight with the Dayglow gang. It's admittedly cool looking, but again, this is Gotham City. Why are there so many bright colors? Were they making plans for a theme park ride or something? Batman swoops in to save the day, and Dick argues that he's going to kill Two-Face for what he's done to his parents. But Bruce warns that revenge will only take him down a slippery slope, obviously referring to the same one he's put himself in by seeking vengeance. But enough of that noise. Kilmer and Kidman have another strictly professional rendezvous.
My parents were murdered in front of me when I was just a kid.
Wow. Yeah, way to kill the mood there, Bruce. No, even worse, he accuses her of having the hots for a man who, by her own account, is mentally unstable.
Bruce, are you jealous?
No, I can't be jealous of Batman.
How has she not figured out who he is yet? For real, though, as a professional psychologist, she's sure oblivious to what's right in front of her. I mean, there was the Bat-Rorschach, him beating the shit out of Two-Face goons in front of hundreds of witnesses at the circus, that lower face profile. Watch him disappear on her in public and have Batman just happen to show up moments later. Oh, wait, I just described the next scene. Bruce takes Kidman to a gala celebrating Carrey's new and improved TV box. My god, the musical instruments are even covered in fucking neon! Bruce gets tricked into being scanned by the Enigma machine, and Two-Face trashes the party, leading to the whole Bruce vanishes and Batman suddenly appears deal. Batman! Yeah! Two-Face tricks Batman into a trap and says the best line in the movie.
Why can't you just die?
Or Daisy if you do.
Well, he does it. Or at least thinks he did. He and his men just kind of scamper away with glee without checking to see if they really killed him or not. And this time, it's Robin's turn to swoop in and save the day, leading to another argument in the Batcave.
Hang this next to the Batsuit, where it belongs.
This time, Alfred has some words of wisdom, as a good Alfred tends to do.
Young men with a mind for revenge need little encouragement. They need guidance.
Batman has more pressing matters to attend to anyway, and shows up to Kidman's place to do the Bat Tootsie, if you know what I mean.
And now I have you, and I'm wishing you were somebody else.
You mean she still hasn't figured it out yet?
I've met someone.
And now look, you're gonna make Batman cry. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Let's take a chill pill there, Broseph. I mean, clearly she's just in love with the idea of Batman and hasn't really considered the similarities. Yeah, well, I think the point still stands that this Bruce Wayne isn't very good about concealing his alter ego. Maybe he's just caught off guard by his feelings for her. Hey, wait, you're supposed to be my shoulder angel, right? Yeah. And why are you playing devil's advocate? Nice. You know who has figured out who Batman is. That's right, the Riddler. All thanks to his mind-stealing thingy scanning Bruce. Yeah. Crazy coincidence. Carrey wanted revenge on Bruce, and sought the help of a man who hates Batman to further his technology and become smarter, which ended up revealing that the two were one and the same.
Huh. Small world.
So anyway...
Batman is no more.
Wait, what? Bruce meets a woman he's in love with and that's it? No more Batman? Whatever happened to having a deep-seated psychosis? Kidman herself stated,
Why does a man do this? It's as if he's cursed to pay some great penance.
Well, apparently not if your feminine wiles are all it takes to make him just suddenly stop. Brucey Boy invites Kidman over to the manor so he can tell her about his dark secret. Because, of course, he'd have to spell it out for her.
I would ensure what happened to me would never happen to anyone else again. I would have my revenge.
Bruce, what are you trying to tell me?
Oh my god, does he need to draw you a diagram? Fucking finally! Two-Face and the Riddler, meanwhile, break into Wayne Manor and knock out Alfred.
Okay, campiness aside, these two are clearly the most evil villains in all of the Batman cinematic universe.
You do not beat up Alfred, you monsters. Bruce gets knocked out, Kidman is taken away, and Carrey demolishes the Batcave.
Joygasm!
Oh, did he have to say that with those tights on? Oh man, you know what? I should have just let Alfred do all the talking.
I'm afraid they've taken Dr. Meridian. Master Dick has run away. The cave has been destroyed. And there's another riddle.
This, Master Bruce, is what screenwriters call a crisis. And yeah, that last riddle.
We're 5 little items of an everyday sort. You'll find us all in a tennis court.
Tennis court. Well, they use fiberglass to repair the concrete on a tennis court, and to strengthen fiberglass they use the chemical boron, which has the atomic number of 5.
A-E-I-O-U. Vowels.
Yeah, vowels. That's what I said.
With all the clues, they put together who's behind all the riddles.
M-R-E.
How about Mr. E?
Mystery.
Mystery. Being sent by a man, or more than one man, which would make it men. Mystery being sent by men. Mystery men? Well, and Ben Stiller's in Mystery Men.
Ben Stiller rhymes with Roger Miller, who was Alan the Rooster in Disney's Robin Hood. Disney. Talking animals. The Lion King, which had Jeremy Irons. Irons and mystery. Mystery like a mask? And then irons like the man in the iron mask. But what do all these movies have in common? They all have the color green in them. Green. Mask.
Spoken!
Mother of God. Jim Carrey's the Riddler.
Before Batman can head out to save the day again, there's still the little matter of Dick.
Who's your tailor?
I took the liberty, sir.
Alfred, where the hell do you find the time for this shit?
A man's gotta go his own way. A friend taught me that.
Not just a friend.
A boy wonder. Right, now the day can be saved. The two rushing off into the night towards... Okay, really? This wasn't already suspicious to begin with? Are there any kind of zoning laws in Gotham, or is every entrepreneur allowed to just build whatever they damn well please?
Remember when I mentioned the best line in this movie?
Holy rusted metal, Batman!
The worst line in this movie.
The ground, it's all metal, it's full of holes, you know? Holy!
Oh.
Yeah, even 6-year-old me wasn't laughing, movie. Bats looks for a way into the giant blender, while Robin finally comes face to face with Two-Face.
That was for my mother! My father! My brother!
My aunt! My second cousin! Our pet dog Penelope. Dick tries to do the right thing and saves Two-Face from falling to his death, but this obviously backfires, leaving Batman alone to face the Riddler's ultimatum.
Riddle me this, riddle me that.
Ah, jeez, what the hell is he wearing now? Batman's forced to choose between what's important to Batman and what's important to Bruce Wayne. Huh, I think I've seen this before.
Let die the woman you love? Or suffer the little children?
But Batman has a riddle of his own.
For me?
Really?
No, I think you mean really.
I see without seeing. To me, darkness is as clear as daylight. What am I?
An owl.
You're as blind as a bat!
Exactly.
Man, I suck at these.
Batman destroys the Riddler's mind-capturing what's-a-mahoosit, but he still unleashes his trap. The whole setup turns out to have been pointless to begin with, as Batman just saves them both no problem.
Where do you get those wonderful toys?
Two-Face has had enough of this shit, but Batman knows his Achilles heel.
Aren't you forgetting something, Harvey? Your coin.
Thank you. You've always been a good friend.
And thus, Batman murders a villain by manipulating his own twisted mental psychosis. Hey look, it's Mr. Scrooge. Oh god. Oh no, the movie's starting over again! Carrey's sent to Arkham Asylum, but still claims to know Batman's true identity. And here's the punchline.
Edward, please. Who is Batman?
I'm Batman.
Well, given the turnover rate for the role lately, yeah, I'm sure they'll start considering you eventually, Carrey. Just give it a couple years.
So that's everything wrapped up for the Caped Crusader.
He thwarted the villains, prevented Dick from getting his bloody revenge on Two-Face by doing it himself, and got the girl, even though that was supposedly enough for him to stop being Batman altogether, but I guess we're just gonna gloss over that little tidbit.
All that's left is the end credits.
Not that there's much to talk about there, it's just music played over.
There used to be a gray tower alone on the sea.
Is that Kiss from a Rose by Seal? Yeah, this movie and the song were essentially a package deal in the 90s. There's clips of the frickin' movie and the music video. I shit you not.
You know, at a glance, it seems like one of those weird side effects of movies made in the 90s, right?
They always had this weird habit of incorporating pop songs that were popular at the time, regardless of how little they have to do with the movie they're featured in, like Bryan Adams and Robin Hood Prince of Thieves, Smash Mouth's All-Star, and Mystery Men. Yeah, people always seem to associate that song with Shrek, but in reality, the music video uses clips from Mystery Men.
What the hell is wrong with me? That's 4 videos in a row I've talked about fucking All-Star. Gets in your head, man. My point is, Kiss from a Rose is not to be confused with those other pop songs that were shoehorned in at the last minute. No. This song actually fits perfectly with the movie. Observe. Nah, enough screwing around. In all honesty, though, I can't make up my mind on how I feel about this movie.
On one hand, the origins of Robin was decently done. Jim Carrey is always enjoyable to watch, if not way over the top.
Was that over the top? I can never tell.
And don't forget how much you appreciated the underlying theme of living 2 lives after facing tragedy, equating Batman and Two-Face as 2 sides of the same coin.
Yeah, and I still stick by Val Kilmer being a great Batman. It's the chin, I think.
But on the other hand, the movie's handling of said theme of living 2 lives feels ham-fisted.
Yeah, that's true. Tommy Lee Jones, as much as I love the guy, just devours the scenery in this movie. There's no nuance there to compare to Batman, really.
Yeah, we already had one spastic lunatic as a villain. There was no need for him to try to match Carrey's energy.
And Gotham City is noticeably much less gothic.
More like sick rave city.
Overall, the tone was just off. I get what it was trying to do. Really, I do. It wanted to pay homage to the camp of the Adam West era, but then at the same time you have themes that dive into emotional trauma and loss, the dangers of blind vengeance, juxtaposed with scenes like this.
It's dirt simple, my boy. Ball up the fist, reach way back, and assert yourself.
That looks like fun. Let me try.
Ball up the fist,
Ball up the fist.
reach way back.
Reach way back.
assert yourself.
It just feels like a jumbled mess.
If you want to be campy, then be campy. If you want to explore deeper psychological themes, then do that. But you can't have both. Yeah, at least not the people in charge of this movie. But then again, this was clearly meant to just be fun, you know? Not the next sensation in cinematic history. God, you guys are driving me nuts. Alright, how about this? How about we do flip of the coin? Alright, heads, I liked it. Tails, I didn't. Alright? Alright.
Will the coin flip prove positive for the ponderous Poindexter, or will it spell doom for the Schumacher Schlockfest? Stay tuned to find out. Same bat time, same bat channel.